Folks, welcome back to Flatirons Tuning, here with our latest news installment. And I hate to tell you, there's some weird kind of doom and gloom stuff in the news, but wanted to bring you up to speed just so that you're aware of all the stuff that we've been hearing and seeing of late. If you're watching this on your mobile, make sure you like, subscribe, hit that hype button, help this get out to more people. We really appreciate that support. All right, now let's dive into it. We're going to start with Toyota. Akio Toyoda is now out as the CEO of Toyota. He's being replaced by Kenta Kon, who was previously their chief financial officer, their CFO. Apparently, the reason given is that although Toyota's sales units are up, their profits are down, and that's why Toyota is being replaced by basically a numbers person, somebody that in his own words, is very strict when it comes to money and numbers. So the question is, what does this mean for Toyota? Akio Toyoda, the previous CEO, he was the guy who spearheaded the Gazoo Racing initiative, the GR Corolla, GR86, the GR GT that was just recently unveiled. What does this mean for all of that? What does this mean for performance? It would seem like all of the moves that Toyota was making was like a resurgence of the brand in terms of performance, and you'd think that, okay, from outside looking in, okay, this is a great thing for Toyota, but obviously Toyota, the leadership, the board did not think so, so they made this change. So will we ever even see the GR GT at this point? What does this mean for the development of the four-cylinder engine that they're talking about maybe putting in the Yaris and the GR Corolla? I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see. Sort of in related news, Subaru, as we're recording this here in the second week of February, last week, Subaru posted their 2025 Q3 results, and profits are down, and they're down a lot. They have adjusted their profit forecast to be now down 70% for the full year of 2025, which is down from a projected reduction of 50%. There's a lot of factors that go into this, but it's definitely not positive for Subaru. And as we follow Subaru, you follow Subaru, we're excited about all these potential things going on with the STI and Subaru refocusing on performance. It's interesting because Toyota did this, they got maybe a head start on it, but we can see now what has happened with Toyota. It seems like Subaru is now moving in this direction, but now they're having these issues with profits. Now it's largely driven by tariffs. As a related footnote, Honda is having the same problem. They're saying that they're going to be down profit-wise about 60% for the 2025 financial year as well. Also probably largely related to tariffs. So this is obviously putting a lot of strain on all of these manufacturers. It makes sense because they make cars, a lot of cars not in the US. Hopefully with all the things that Subaru's doing with moving Forester production into Indiana, a lot more US production of the very popular lines of cars, maybe that's going to offset it. The dropping in price of the WRX, hopefully that will help. I think they're dropping the price on the Forester hybrids as well. So they're doing a lot of things to try and get excitement going, and hopefully if they bring the STI back, let us know sooner rather than later. And if it's a hit, maybe that will be enough to help the brand and maybe kind of correct this decline. But the tariffs definitely are putting a stress and strain on Subaru, and so we kind of have to wait and see how it all plays out. It's worth mentioning, I think what this clearly indicates is that Subaru is probably absorbing a lot of the tariff costs themselves. And I will tell you from our perspective, there have been price increases in some of the Subaru parts, but it has not been as bad as expected. And so I wonder if this means that they're going to have to look at raising those prices again. But I think Subaru is doing us a favor by trying to absorb them as much as they can. Let's just see what happens in the long term. Now, the final piece of news, it has to do with some brake manufacturers that are well established and well known in the Subaru community: Stoptech, Centric, and Raybestos. These companies were all owned by the First Brands Group, which was tied up in this whole financial mess that came out at the end of last year. Apparently now the word is coming out, these three brands, Stoptech, Centric, and Raybestos, they're all stopping production. Seems likely that this is the end of those brands. If you've been looking for Stoptech parts, Stoptech brake pads, whatever, and you can't find them, we've been seeing the availability going down. Now it all makes sense. It seems like this could be the end for those three brands, which is a bummer because especially Stoptech and Centric, there was a period of time where they were just very, very popular in the Subaru community, and now here we are at the beginning of 2026, and it looks like they might be going away, maybe for good. Who knows? Maybe somebody's going to swoop in there, pick up the brand, and pick up the pieces, but we're just going to have to wait and see. So that's kind of all the news that we've seen, and man, it's kind of some big high-level stuff, and Stoptech and Centric's maybe like things that are more tangible to us and brands that we used to rely on that are kind of gone now, it seems. Sorry for all the doom and gloom news. I really hope, and I'll do my best, next installment is going to be more positive, some more exciting stuff, but this is what's going on right now, and wanted to bring you guys up to speed, let you know what's going on out there. So thanks so much for watching, and until next time, stay tuned with Flatirons Tuning.